My name's Alessandra Saluti, and I am a graduate of Sequoia, class of 2012. I go to Wellesley now, which caused a lot of drama between me, my friends, my family, and that's because I got into my dream program, what I had wanted to apply to for 2 years before applying to colleges, and I thought about it for a really long time. It was this program with Columbia, and I would have gotten to spend 2 years in France at 2 years at Columbia, and my other choice was Wellesley, ultimately, and I did choose Wellesley. And I still think about this a lot, but I think that Wellesley was the right choice for me because it is such a tight-knit community, and that does sound very cliche, but it's a women's college, and you kind of get this feeling like you're with your sisters. And I think that's why people join sororities. There's no sororities at Wellesley, but it does feel like you're in that kind of community, and we're very supportive of each other. And I leave my computer out on the library desk, and 20 minutes later it's still there. It's a very protective community and a very safe community, and I feel that there's a lot of safe spaces created for any kind of identity, that you can really be whoever you are at Wellesley and not be judged for it. And I think that the Columbia program first of all, it was new. It was in its third year, I think. And it did sound very good on paper, and ultimately I do want to go to France, and I am going to spend my junior year in France, I think. But I didn't end up choosing it because Wellesley gave me a very nice scholarship, and Wellesley is a very nice community, and I visited it and ultimately fell in love with it. And the Columbia program didn't give me that same feeling. So what I would say, based off of my own experiences, is that you should choose a college for you and for your interests, and it is probably going to conflict with what other people think you should do or other people's perceptions of you. But it was an amazing experience for me to be able to move beyond what other people were telling me and really ask myself what was better for me and for what I wanted to do. And that's what I did. And a lot of people ask me about the women's college thing. It's not a very traditional choice anymore. I think not a lot of people would choose to go to a women's college unless, maybe they had a parent there or a grandmother, whatever. I personally really like the fact that it's a women's college because when I'm in class, I really feel that I'm valued for my intellect and not so much for my other qualities. It's really nice to be with all women because you can grow off of them as women and support you because they have had similar experiences to you. And that also doesn't mean that I never see guys. There are guys on campus sometimes, often, and on the weekends you may even think it's a co-ed school. There's a lot of guys roaming around campus. I think being on the East Coast really suited my interests because I'm very interested in politics, and it is, I think, a lot more political than the West Coast because you're closer to Washington, D.C. So I did have the opportunity to work on a Senate campaign for Elizabeth Warren, and she's a Massachusetts senator now. And I don't think I would have gotten that opportunity if I didn't go to Wellesley because they do make opportunities like mine very, very available to you. They'll send you the application and say you should really try this, and it's a very involved community. People do 500 things at once, and not everyone succeeds. It's academically challenging, but the community is so worth it. And I got to do fun things too, not just academic or political. I'm on the radio station, so I'm a DJ, and I have my own show. And that's very fun because I get to say, you have to listen to whatever I have to say for the next hour, and if you don't like it, that's too bad. So it's kind of a good stress reliever, and even walking around the campus is beautiful. It's a beautiful campus, and I think that's what adds to the community. It's kind of closed in and small, but you can leave whenever you want to, and then you can come back and it always feels like home.